everyone, today I'll be reviewing this brand new documentary just dropped on Netflix called King of Clones, and this documentary centers around this rise and fall of this Korea's most controversial scientist, and his name is Hwang Yu-sak. Like this documentary starts with, you see how he was able to do some cloning in South Korea because of some ethical violation of his work. I guess he was disgraced scientist there. Like at the beginning of his career, he was really treated as really huge. He was top of the world there. But after his discovery and the way he was doing everything, I guess he get disbarred from his work. Then this documentary show you, he actually comes on himself and he give interview and he talks about how, I guess, he rise to the top, and now technically he is in fall because he's still working. He's working in UAE, so he's working in Abu Dhabi. He's working there, Abu Dhabi, and he's still doing some successful cloning of this camel, like this racing camel there. He's working on them there, we see, and he talks about how he did his first cloning. So I found this documentary to be quite interesting. Overall, the way it was presented and what is it about, I found it really very interesting. I really liked it a lot. It's very well made from beginning till the end, and it is a mix between like there is some English language people they're talking here, so you don't have to see it full subtitle, I guess. There is other people also comes on and they talk about danger of cloning and all this thing. Although the show starts with the beginning of that, like when he first invented this technology, how to do cloning, started out with very good intention. Like I was listening to, I was like, whoa, this is really interesting, because what if you have some reason you have to cut off your hand, or you have to cut off your some part of your body, and if you're doing cloning, that means you have I guess another part sitting there. But same time, I guess it is very dangerous to do this thing. That's why I heard a couple of years ago cloning is actually banned, if I'm not wrong. But then again, you cannot ignore how, I guess, groundbreaking it is when you watch it. Like he was able to do this thing with this one tiny cell, and he was able to create all this thing. It is very fascinating, honestly. Overall, this document, it is quite easy to see. It's like 2 hours or something like that. I was really surprised how good this documentary overall. It is very engaging. Like once you start watching it, you will be fascinated by this, how all this thing was invented and where it going next. And yeah, this camel was I was like, oh, is this real? It is real, I guess, because these things, they are showing you real footage, not just camel. I think he was doing on lamb and other stuff. Very realistic. It is somewhat also very scary when you watch it. You're like, are we going against nature? Feels like when you watch it, because you're like, whoa. Although still, I cannot ignore how groundbreaking still his work is. I guess that is why he's not there in South Korea anymore. He's banned there, so he's working in Abu Dhabi, working with this wealthy family there. He's making this camel who is a part of this racing thing. Yeah, it was quite interesting. I say it is really worth checking if you're interested to know more about cloning and this thing. This documentary was very interesting, and that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this documentary. If you enjoyed this review, do watch some other reviews on other topics. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.